Word on the street, I'm a suspect. Hanging with the killers in the projects. Taylor want a barrel, keep quiet. Catch a nigga slipping from behind. OG Bobby Johnson. OG Bobby Johnson. OG Bobby Johnson. OG Bobby Johnson. A nigga out like an outbreak. Chopper start to make the house shake. Nigga sweeter than a pound case. Eyes on your chin, better watch what your mouth say. Ain't with the footballs, got a nigga tripping. Fuck it, nigga keep sipping. AK with the beam on it. Clip sold on like a lean on it. My niggas like behind bars. Move 100 pounds for a nigga beat the charge. Jack down when the play watch a fuck. If a nigga try to rob, fucking hit him with them. Word on the street, I'm a suspect. Hanging with the killers in the projects. They don't want a barrel, keep quiet. Catch a nigga slipping from behind. OG Bobby Johnson. OG Bobby Johnson. OG Bobby Johnson. OG Bobby Johnson. 100 bands on your head, get the job done. Throw it up, nigga, where you from? Whole hood hot, cause your nigga hitting licks. Ain't made a meal yet, but he still nigga rich. Stick on my, stick on my, stick on. How you want it, nigga? Full of the city. Looking for the cash, searching for the bag. Young nigga wildin', throwing up flag. Shooters on the roof with a scoop. Money make gon' treat you like the Pope. Keep me in the post.
Woo! Y'all was about to catch me dancing to my own theme music. Hey! You ever dance, when my intro starts? I'll be back here dancing. If y'all were wondering. Hello, everybody in the chat. Welcome to this Go Live about this dusty show. Well, let me not say dusty because I don't know. This episode was like it's a hot mess, but it's certain parts that were really intriguing, and I can say the same thing for this episode today. Like, we gonna save it. We are going to save it, but of course, welcome you guys. Please hit that like button if you are just getting here, and let me know if you can hear me before we get started and before I bring my guest out. Let me see what you guys are saying in this chat because we have so much to talk about. If you thought this show was gonna let up lies, oh my god, the lies. Okay. Yo, okay. Let's see. I don't understand how so many people say, oh, The Weeknd makes me sick. This show is sick. He's an awful character. So is this show. Like, the show's awful. He's supposed to be awful. He's the villain. Yeah, there's awful. And then there's him. He's a whole lot of things. Let me see what else you guys are saying. Let's say absolutely agree with Jason, but he's honestly just taking me out of the show. Honestly, taking me out. Out with how Sam that the acting is. I could stand him if he tried here and there. Okay, I think I got what you were saying, Katrina Mack. Damn. Let's see, but yes, he did indeed try in that dinner scene. We gonna get into that dinner scene because okay. Let's see. I've come to the conclusion that I'm okay with The Weeknd's acting because if he is really trying to portray a creepy scumbag, he is doing just that. It's the ridiculous scenes that make me laugh so hard. Earth Angel, I think we laughed at the same thing because when I tell you I was cackling. Hey, boo. Hello. Let's see. Bouncy struggle. All day, every day. You know what's up. Let's see. Hello. Hey, Tara. Hey, Bree. Thank you so much for being here. Now that we are all acquainted, let's get this show started. And I am going to bring my guest out. I am so happy she is here. Thankful she could return. Hopefully she can return for episode 5. Let's welcome Nita, the diva. Hey. How are you doing?
I'm great. Thanks for having me, Tyra.
Of course. I would never want to talk about this show alone.
Hey, Earth Angel. Hi, everybody in the chat.
Yeah, well, before we get into anything, how did you feel about this episode?
Well, look, aside from the foolishness, I think they're driving the story. The story is getting somewhere. Okay. I think we're full blown there. So, I want to see the ramifications because we're there. So let's see how it falls out. We only got 3 episodes left.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I feel like they are going to like leave us kind of like, oh, just when it started getting good, now we don't have any more episodes. I feel like that's what, that's what's going to happen. Even if that is the case, it's better than that first episode.
Right. Look, we can only go up from there.
Yeah. See, Monique69, Wage Johnson. Hey there. This show is a train wreck that I can't look away from. Absolutely. It is going to be that every single time. Let's see. That's what it gives, Cameron. Just like the token sassy overweight black woman. Yeah, I had spoke about. I can't even think of her name right now, but yeah, she was sassy in this episode. Because why did you get kicked out for beating fake bitches up? Like, yeah, I will pass. Yeah, we gonna get into all of that. Hey, Bria, let's see. Hey, Boo. Hey, Nita girl. All right, we got some good people in here. Remember to hit that like button, and we are just going to dive in because we have so much to get through with this episode. I had some highs with this episode, and I had some lows, but getting into the lows happened immediately. Like, y'all already know how I feel about the Weeknd and his acting. I put disturbing on the thumbnail for this episode because it was just that, oh, look at that, it's titties soon as the episode starts. As soon as the episode started, I was like, they are not. And I intentionally like went back because, we don't want to see or show these things here on this YouTube live, but I went back to regather my pictures just so we can clarify how many times the titties were out in this episode. Like, I was really like annoyed here as soon as it started. As soon as he said like, hello, hey, good morning, Angel, I was like, oh, it was giving me, y'all ever watched that remake of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? And he says, good morning, Starshine. The earth says hello. I'm like, oh my God. I was annoyed right away. But Nita, how did you feel about the episode? I swear. How did you feel about the opening here with her breast in our face, as well as him saying, good morning, let's go shopping? Because I was thinking, girl, you don't have no money.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. And then he run around with a damn tracksuit and some slacks like he is.
It's the 80s. It's very 80s. I am so conflicted with his character. Like, let me get off of this. We just had to see. Just look at how many times the red pops up in the sequence of us reviewing this show because the girls were out. Yeah. And it was at first you can get into maybe a little artistic expression here, but it's like when it comes to him, we're not seeing any of that. Every single time that we get into the lewd acts, and there were many of them in this episode,
yes,
she is exposed and he is covered, like every single time. And I am just really, really not digging that. We need equal opportunity on this show, in my opinion.
Exactly.
But child, poor Leah. Is that the best friend's name?
Yes.
Poor Leah. Like, of course we have the. First of all, let me go back. What is the do-rag for? that do-rag, like, I have so many problems with his character. What was the do-rag for? I guess we holding the sad do-rag is to hold down this perm and ponytail and rat tail, I guess.
He might as well have some baby hair toned down.
I mean, I just don't, I'm just not digging any of it. But our poor girl Leah here in the front, of course, they are practicing no discretion at all in this episode. It's like they are trying to ravage each other every freaking 5 minutes. Even if our best friend / assistant is driving the car. Like, how did you feel about Leah, and how did you feel about this scene? Because she was disgusted from day one.
Y'all, if y'all looked at my community wall, because when I kept watching that, I just kept looking at her face. I said, I gotta take a picture of this face. This face, I mean the face.
She was like, oh, like again? It just was giving like again? Y'all,
if disgusted was a person, oh my God, she was disgusted.
It's like, are you on each other again? And I didn't even like how he was taunting her in the front seat. Like, he has this personal disdain for her because so far she's the only one, as especially when we get later into the episode, she's the only one who still has eyes on him to go, something is wrong with him. This is not okay. I'm not comfortable with him being here. or any of the activities that he has going on. So he is doing his best to kind of like low key isolate her. But I felt sorry for her. He was like, ugh.
Right.
do that on your own time. And I'm just questioning, like, because this isn't, you're just, if you're paying someone, it's just like, this is what I pay you for. But she isn't, some random person. This is so-called your best friend for years. So why wouldn't you try to at least be a little discreet? I thought this was so inconsiderate and so freaking gross.
Listen, that whole everything was just so unsanitary to me. It just felt like this everything, juices, food, everything. It was the whole episode. I was like, this, can somebody go to a sink? Somebody go wash their hands.
I felt so dirty. I felt dirty right along with him. At this point in the show, I was questioning how often our girl showers and how often he washes his hands, because I just didn't want them to touch anything. I didn't want them to touch me. Like, why you shaking my hand? Like, don't. It was very gross. I was just, I felt really sorry for Leah here and what they needed to do. Right. But when I got through feeling sorry for her, I really got into, because, he suggests, them going shopping. And then all of a sudden, there are so many different stores on Rodeo Drive and they're in Beverly Hills. Why this store right now? Why is everybody right here? I felt like he set this up to make her feel, important and like kind of a flash mob type of, situation. It was so many people gathered here. It was ridiculous. True. I don't know how you felt, but I felt like he set this up, because he's like, oh no, let's not go there. Like, no, let's go to this store right in particular right here. I felt like this was a scenario to kind of like pump her up once again. How did you feel?
That's a good catch. And I can see that actually, because I mean, of course, everybody has their phones, but I actually feel like I see cameras. I see all like paparazzi and everything.
Yeah. And
so,
I think
you could be absolutely right.
I think when Leah was on the phone, I can't remember, but I think she did say, like, I think he called the paparazzi to be here. Now, I'm not saying, that he didn't page every single person and tell them to be here. But clearly, if a crowd is drawing, then people are going to join in and notice who she is. But I do think he was calculated enough to go, hey, I'm going to tell her to wake up and go. Like, he is really trying to pull her in. And like, at this point right here, I felt like he was trying to keep her busy. And we know what he is keeping her busy for.
Yes.
But this is like around the time that all my laughter kicked in, and I just, I died at this little trip in the store. Not even just getting into the store, like she is giving him a little authority, in my opinion. Like, he was very bold in this store. He's acting like he's going to swipe his card and it's going to be his money. For like 2 seconds, I thought they were going to just like, oh, you should comp all of this because of who I am, with how they were acting. Mm-hmm. But how he was barking orders at people and this and that. When he yelled at that man, when he went, oh my God, let me find the picture. When he yelled at that man's face for looking at her or watching her, trying what she likes, like, oh, he's, being really possessive over me. When I tell you I died, Nita, I haven't let, oh my God, let me pause.
I pull my shades.
So we can.
Look at her again. Look at her.
How did you feel? We're of course we're shopping, living our best life, but this, show in particular, this employee, I feel like he's watching her. Yeah. Like, how did you feel about this? Because I laughed so freaking hard.
He was just threatened by another man. That's it. He just showed his insecurity, and like I said, the way, oh my God, the delivery. I think he said it 5 times. I was just like, y'all, I feel real different. I remember when we came up here doing episode 1 and 2, and I was like, oh, you're not corny. I'm looking at this, and I'm like, oh, Nita, you must wasn't really looking. You wasn't looking. You wasn't paying attention, baby. But baby.
No, I the corny and the cringiness was coming right off the back. I was sitting here and I do all type of stuff when I'm taking notes or I'm reviewing something. As soon as he did that, I was like, yeah, you better get out of her fucking face. I'll fucking stomp you out. Like, who? It got real. I had a whole Italian mafioso accent over here. I'll fucking stomp you on the curb. Like, I was like, what? why are you in this man's putting spit on his upper lip? I need you to back up.
Right. And his breath probably smell like hot garbage.
Well, he's been eating vagina all day
and all night.
The breath is smelling like Jocelyn. Like
and child, she walk around in so many bodysuits and all that stuff up on her. I don't know what her pH is looking like.
Oh, God. Hold on, wait a minute. I gotta go. Wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. Wait a minute, where's my camera? Nita, stop! That had not even crossed my mind. I need to gather myself because, oh my God.
All them tight clothes, girl.
Hold on. Okay. Gather yourself, Tyra. This is supposed to be professional live. Okay. Let me get myself together. Okay. Whew. I'm sorry.
And I don't like doing that to women. You know what I'm saying? But this is just a fictional story, and so I'm going by what I see. You know what I'm saying? I'm going by what I see.
No, we are all very much so grown here. No, I seriously thought it was just me concerned about her crotch area, and because it's always cutting into like everything. Us as women, we need breathable things. Yeah, I can think about how constricted I feel if I'm in the wrong kind of underwear, like, or your jeans short. I'm like, she always got on some coochie slither stuff. And it's like it ain't even coochie. It's more like clitoris. Like it's in there. Like
right.
It's. I feel like it's festering, and I'm thinking about juices.
Yeah. And every time we turn around, he's sliding it to the side. Yes. Dirty fingers.
Oh God. Oh my God.
Yeah. Did you even brush your teeth this morning? Look, I don't know. I'm just saying. I ain't seen nobody go to the bathtub. Well, no, we did see a shower.
That one scene.
One shower scene.
I gotta go back to that entrance and her walking in here, because what we not gonna do is just not even talk about how look at that. Look at that. And this is, this is her covered. Technically, this is her with clothes on, but we always have on, a little yeast infection type of situation.
Yes.
And then, just as women, and they are getting it in on the regular, however many times a day, she's not allowing herself to breathe in that way or with her clothing. I feel like
care of your pocketbook. Take care of your pocketbook, ladies.
Yeah, please take care of your coin purse, please. Okay, let me go back. Who was this? I think DC said, wait, I just got here at pH balance. Oh, let me read some of these comments. Let's see. Breath smelling like the cat is out of the bag.
Hello.
Let's see. I hollered at the whole montage. I said, who is paying for this love? I thought they was finna do a dash out the door. I really did, because she's made it, the manager made it very clear last episode. You not even rocking with money like that to be here at this video shoot saying you'll pay for another day, or I'm paying for half of your mortgage. Child. Exactly. Rolling like he a celebrity. Boy, bye. And he was.
Right.
Can we say yeast infection that day? Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Let's see. She's just a freak, yeah. I want it. We didn't hear that song again after that. I'm gonna get into why we haven't heard that song, because child, that song don't belong to her no more. But after we pass, I'll stop your fucking face into do it again. I was like, oh my God, he's doing the most. I thought that was too much. We get over here into our friend Leah. She has been panicking in the worst way. I'm starting to get real upset with how they doing Leah. Leah, this is what happened when you don't have your own career and you relying on your friend for room and board. Wow, I was like, how many ways do y'all need Leah to tell you he's taking over the house? Like, he's taking over everything. Like, she is distressed and just distraught. Like, I felt like they are kind of leaning in on her. And what do you like? Well, what did I say? He is taking over. I expected this episode to go differently with our character here, because he does pay the bills in this house. And if, we are here, because I'm like, at this situation, like, is the crew only here when what is his name? I'm finna say Thanos.
The other dude. What's his name?
Oh Lord, what is the Weeknd's name in the show?
Oh, Tedros.
I swear I was finna say Thanos or Tobias. It was not gonna be that. But I'm like, is the crew only there when he's there? Like, why can't we go in the house and throw him out? I was confused. But they are leaning in, and she's trying to explain, like, he is taking over the house. Like, all of them are taking over the house. How do you feel about them continuing to intrude on her home and on her space? And I can't even say intruding at this point because she's allowing it to happen.
Yeah, she definitely is all the way in. And yeah, the only thing I was thinking, I said, poor Leah, she ain't gonna have no edges by the time episode 6 come. All her hair, she gonna be almost bald. She ain't gonna have nothing in that ponytail by the time
Child,
by the time Tedros and Josh get through with her.
I'm waiting on some show and prove, because when she said they were taking over the house, he in the kitchen, you know, in his robe and his satin do-rag for no reason at all. You know, throwing out names, you know, of different DJs, and Kanye, yay, and this. I'm like, when are we actually going to see, like, you're, you know, claiming to know all these people and have these connections? I have yet to see anything, but it's just like, yeah, such and such is going to come in here and, you know, for music, and where can he set up? She's like, yeah, I need to check with Jocelyn first. Like, I can't, no, I'm running the show. I was like, oh, she's like, she had the same look on her face when she was like, well, describe what he looks. Well, he's like, he's brown. He's like ethnic. It's like, I don't know what to do. It's just too much on her plate, and I'm just really feeling sorry for Leah. But Leah has 2 feet, and she can gladly walk away from this.
But then, you know, if she walks away, she's the only.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I understand the stakes of why she's going to stay, because she feels like she's the only one that can, like, get to her. But I don't even know if it's like that, because she hasn't even had to have a conversation with her. So I can know where Josh feels about her.
Yeah.
Like, I want to know, like, you know, if she says something to her, is she going to rebuff it, or is she going to listen to it? You know, I want to know, like, what kind of influence she has on her ear, but she probably doesn't have much.
I don't know, because in the beginning, when she said he's a little apey, she said, oh, I like that, because she made it very clear, like, I'm not really liking the vibe of this guy, and she pursued it anyway. Do you feel like our chef here was being inappropriate in the kitchen with her waistline?
It did feel a little inappropriate.
And it was.
It was the thumb in the navel.
Yeah,
like, I was like,
what are you doing? Did it deserve the biatch slap? Did it deserve that?
It was like, oh, everybody was gasping. Oh, dear God.
Did it warrant the slap? Like, he is doing a whole lot. He really has control over this whole situation. I was
it's crazy.
This has clearly been her chef, or, you know, her person from some time. I feel like he's from across the water, so maybe he meaning like, oh, look, you know, look at your waist, you're looking gorgeous. Like, it's tiny, it's looking good. You know, maybe he was just trying to say that. It's like, oh no, this is inappropriate. Like, do you feel like the man deserved to be slapped and fired for it?
You know, I feel 2 ways about it. I said maybe the slap was warranted, but then you could keep them on board. But then I said, ho. You don't want somebody like that you done slapped in front of everybody fixing your food. So I thought about that. I was like, no, he had to go. So
if you want somebody to go because you feel like they're being inappropriate, fine. Let me go. I'm fired. You have no right to slap me in my face. Like, yeah, clearly he was okay with doing that to her waist, because it's something he's done before. This is the kind of relationship that they have, you know? So he didn't, know any better. But if it's, it's your duty, hey, I'm with this one, I gotta, get hands off. But yeah, you could just let me go. You do not slap me in the face. He slapped him hard as hell. Let's see. I thought he would be more assertive, but I think he doesn't want Jocelyn to cut him off. He's trying to be smart about it, I guess. He's trying to slowly will her in. I think after this episode, she's got He's been working his way up to what he was able to do this episode. We gonna get into it, y'all.
He got it.
Let's see. If they can't get those 3 records, they will be back. Child. Let's get more into the management team because I really expected a little bit more. Let's see. Leah gonna be in the sunken place after this. I'm gonna need Leah to use her feet and run, girl. Like, yeah, sometimes you can't. No, I should hope she ain't staying there for the Mandingo warrior. Don't do that. Not me catching the live. Hey girls, hello Chaotic Temptation. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Yes, it was weird. They all exploiting her. Child, these are the people she have around her. Let's see. After he fired him, I would have knocked Thanos out.
Right. You already fired. You might as well.
Let's see. You already fired me. Might as well.
But he was outnumbered because he did have his crew, his posse.
Let me get over there because I was just waiting to see. Like, I'm like, let me see what is Jocelyn gonna say. She's like, well, yeah. I'm sorry, but I was like, really? I thought she was thinking, oh no, we've known each other. He's been my chef for years. He didn't mean anything. Like, no, it was like immediate. If he said you fired, then you fired. I was like, wow. But this confuses me when we have her just be so easily to do exactly as he says. And then once we get into, look at the disgust. I didn't even know she.
I told you.
I didn't even know
the whole episode.
I got this picture for Jocelyn. I didn't even look over there at Leah's face. Lord, we need a compilation video of, like, as soon as this season's over, somebody create a compilation video of Leah just looking disgusted.
Right.
Getting into our character here. We are informed. I love how they was trying to play like, I'm like, ma'am, not you doing your white Jocelyn voice. I thought that was funny, them trying to distract, but they weren't even listening. I'm like, did you not hear him say, like, she no longer has the song? They didn't even inquire a whole lot. And he says verbatim, Nikki told me that she no longer has the song. Why would she throw something away that's performing and is, we on the charts, we're shooting the video. And it's just like, yeah. I'm like, why wouldn't we ask more questions about that? How did you feel about the management and how they were handling things?
The thing is that they were preoccupied, so they definitely missed all of that. And so we'll see how it's going to play out. But the whole thing when he was like, give me the gun and turn the music up, I was just laughing. I just thought everything was just hilarious to me. I was like, what you gonna do?
What you finna do with the gun?
Your 7-year-old what are you doing?
I was mad. When they did the trailer for this episode and you see him get the gun, I was like, oh, all right, he finna go through the house. I need everybody. He's finna do the diamond. Everybody out the mother dressing room, please. All of y'all need to go. Everybody who does not pay bills here, I need you to get out. Like, you got the gun out to do what? Hold it? Right. Oh. This here, this is what was conflicting me because we listen to him in every way so many other times to the point that we would fire a chef who has clearly been cooking for us for years. This was such a little trash statement here. First of all, I didn't know who he was talking to with his circa 85 tracksuits on. Talking about, she's like, oh, you like shopping? And it's like, yeah, you don't really have, good taste. I'm like, what the hell you been having on these past 3 episodes? But okay. But she, insinuates that, if you love to shop, you must be gay. It's gay that you're a man who likes to shop. I was like, hey, that was trash. But then we immediately get into some pop-off situation because it's like, okay, now I have to teach you a lesson. We on some freak stuff. Every 5 minutes, they just can't. It's like some deviant set on some, like, what's the little shit? Like, I'm on demon time. Like, they on demon time every 5 minutes in the show.
Right.
How did you feel about them getting it in the dressing room and the bitchy slapness of it all?
It's comical to me. I just be sitting up there. But the thing that I got from this whole interaction is that it felt like a power play. Yeah. Like she was trying to, he was trying to belittle her. That's what most narcissists do. They try to belittle, they try to, get in there, get your self-esteem or whatever. And then how she played it.
Yeah, she played it.
Yeah, like when she ended up, making him do whatever. Because to this time, this is the first time I feel like he had penetrated her, because I didn't feel like that's what he was doing.
You think this the first time?
I thought it was the first time. I don't know. Because we never seen it. It always seemed like we saw the oral of it all. So, you know.
I felt like they were getting it in prior to this, because I mean, I don't know, maybe they were playing them kitty boo boo games. I only want to play meow games so long. Where's the sausage, sir? I just really don't have the patience for any of this. You okay? Okay, where's the beef? Because is this what we doing every night? All right, whatever. Right. I don't have
time. Yeah, like that whole don't come at me, you can't come at me, and then she snatched away from him. And baby, when he finished himself off and his common disgusting face had the nerve to wipe his hand on that red dress. I said, what did I tell you? They don't use a sink. They don't use nothing.
I just was like really concerned, not even with this, because I knew what she was trying to do with even insinuating, oh, you must be gay, just trying to insult him, just to entice him to do this. She loves this. But even getting off into the deviancy and all of this control that he has over her, she would let him, you know, shoot his confetti off inside her, like, oh no, you can't do that.
The club up tonight.
And, you know, knowing this one, he would have had no problem trying to impregnate her.
Hello? Yes.
But how when, but I in this moment, I was happy for all of 2 seconds. I was like, oh, she had a little sense. She got a little, you know, it is a such thing as pretty without, you know,
it's hanging on by a thread, girl.
I was like, oh, she got a little sense, like, all right, here we go, like, but and then like they snatched it away immediately. But I thought she still had a little autonomy, you know, in thinking for herself, and I think we see that multiple times in the episode where it's like she's still thinking for herself and she has her own opinion, and then he slowly takes that away. But boy, he was about to yank that thing off, wasn't he? I said, oh my goodness, like even just getting into something like this was so sick to me, because like, well, what am I supposed to do? It's like he has no control. Like he's just insatiable. I have to get this out right here, right now. Like, really? You can in this nice establishment with these nice designer Valentino clothes? This is disgusting.
It was. Did you catch the Pretty Woman reference of do you have anything as beautiful as she is and all that stuff?
It was
mediocre at best. Okay. So yeah, I just thought I'd bring that up.
No, I got the whole just Pretty Woman situation, just period. Just because it was coming from him, I just didn't give a damn. They just don't execute things properly for me. I was like, this is not a Pretty Woman situation unless you. And I'm not gonna say that. That's inappropriate. This is not a situation, but we have them, you know, returning to the house, and I laughed so hard when Thanos, like, oh, I see them rolling up, like, oh, let me open this tracksuit and show some of this chest hair, let y'all know I mean business. Like, what you here for? Him looking over, I just knew that it was like almost a showdown. I felt like they were going to do more. Did you expect? First of all, I was disgusted when they shook his hand. I was like, oh my god, no,
that's number one.
What did you think was going to happen when they stepped out of the car and it was a face-to-face, like, oh, we finally get to see who you are? Because I expected a whole lot more.
Yeah, I did too. And I was kind of disappointed because I thought that was a missed opportunity. But I don't know if they're just trying to get a read on them before and they got to go back and huddle and strategize or whatever.
What more do you need to know? Leah done dropped all the science she can. Like, he's taking over the house. He slapped the chef. He's, you know, controlling everything. He got his people in here. What else do you need to know outside of even all that Leah is saying? You know for a fact that she is not working on her music anymore. Like, she's not doing her job. I don't understand what else we need to know. I thought he was going to kind of step in as like, not even just a manager, but like a fatherly figure. Like, you know, hey, you know, what are your intentions? Like, are you living here? Like, I pay the bills up. Like, you know,
yeah.
So it was just like you out shopping, living your best life, but you owe me money. And then it was just like, no, it was just a fish for information, just still trying to figure out, like, we're going to spend forever trying to figure out who he is before we do something about it. Like, and he's giving, the most vague answers. Oh, I'm from Hollywood. I ain't like, you can't even tell anybody where you went to school. He's trying to, and Jocelyn's so naive. Why are you guys trying to make him feel bad about being kicked out of school? Like, what the hell are you talking about? But she just was not reading the room. How did you feel when he said, like, yeah, nobody's like low key checking for you. Like, I need you to be on your job doing your music. Like, everybody's looking for you to fail. Nobody believes in you. And they kind of snapped her back into reality for 5 minutes. Yeah. But they're too busy, still entertaining him saying DJ Mike and all these other names. I was like, what the hell are y'all talking about? He don't know nobody. But right. Go ahead, Nick.
He definitely don't. He's like one of them ones that talk a good game. Mm-hmm. Got the gift of gab, and they was just, like I said, they was just getting a read on them. They just trying to see what the heck are we up against. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know, it just felt weird, and I'm just like, but you know what? I did see the preview to the other episodes.
Oh, he's going down.
What she said. That's what we should do.
I'm like really interested to see the next episode. Let's see. He tried to trap my girl Jocelyn. He's going to try to force her to let him finish in her watch. Child, like, I just like, what are you trying to do? Let's see. Tedros gives Weenie Hut General.
I ain't get that one.
Weenie, no, it's an episode of SpongeBob where he's working at Weenie Hut Jr. It could be a Weenie Hut Jr. in there. I don't know. We show spending a lot of time with our mouth. You got to overcompensate with that mouth when you ain't working with nothing. I'm just saying. Oh, Lord. Oh, let me get it out of here. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all be cracking me up. Stop. But yeah, once they walked out, and it was like, oh, he's great. I love him. Yeah, get them in the let's get it going and finish that album. And we need 3 songs. You got connections like that. I was like, I know damn well y'all didn't fall for that. I thought for 2 seconds they did. And they hurt my feelings once again for Leah, because I was like, y'all couldn't let Leah in on the plan, because Leah's sitting there like, you're not gonna do anything. Like, are you gonna leave? Are you leaving now?
And strands of her hair keep falling out.
Like, y'all couldn't whisper, like, we see what this is. Like, we're strategizing. We'll be back. It's just like, oh, no, he's great. He's awesome. Let's keep up this facade that we trust him and allow him to still live here. I would have been put him out. Right. And I love when she gets in the car. She's like, my mama always said, never trust a grown man with a rat tail. Like, never trust any. And I just feel, let me pause here. I just feel like he doesn't have any connections, because anybody who had, first of all, you don't have to speak on him. And anybody with some type of clout, some real clout, a real celebrity, I don't feel like they would move anywhere with Tedros. Like, I don't feel like he's a caliber to be in the midst of any of that. Well, nobody in that club but Jocelyn. But getting into these shots of the titties, once again, they were here. I was so surprised once we just left from them chit-chat. Like, y'all could wait for this. I understand that this is her home, and there are so many rooms. There's so many places that you could go. Like, why do this out here as if you are alone? I hated this so bad. Child, he was down there like y'all seen that little viral moment of Omarion eating that damn watermelon? He was down there eating watermelon. I was like, oh my God. He was eating chicken. was this a
he was like,
I was like, ew. pH isn't balancing. Everything's dirty. Take a bath.
Hands dirty, mouth dirty. The dust from the leaves and the out on the patio. Like, who cleaned it?
Nah, it's just gross, and I didn't care for us seeing her topless yet again. Let me get to Leah in this face of disgust once again in the episode, because my girl was.
And then what make it so bad, she did like 4 different faces. Like they kept panning the camera over to her, and every time she would make a different face, baby. But all of them said disgusting.
Leah said, "Oh my god, again! You guys are doing it again."
She's like,
"It used to be so quiet around here. I'm just tired."
I open my mouth a little bit.
I feel like, girl, just. I think Leah should get away because
Girl.
Let me read some of these comments.
Run.
Oh Lord. Let's see. It feels like they are trying to read and understand this plague of Tedros. Let's see. That was what I was referring to when I said they are trying to be smart about being assertive with Jocelyn. They don't want her to cut them off if Tedros is called out now. Ciao. I just, at this point with what she's allowing them to do, I feel like they all in. Let's see, what characters are likable for y'all?
I like what's her name? Is her name Destiny? Yeah, I like the big girl. I mean, I don't like her fully, but I like the way she think. Like I like the way she be quick on her feet or whatever. So, I mean, as far as anybody on her management team, I do like Leah because I did misread her because I almost thought she was a little jealous, but I misread that. Like I said, I wasn't invested. I told you when you hit me up for this show, I was just like, girl. No, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Oh my god!
So, so I had to go back and rewatch it or whatever. So I definitely misread her. But poor baby, yeah. I mean,
I don't like nobody.
I'm trying to throw a bone out for somebody.
I can't think of one person. I'm like, I literally like nobody because
tolerate them.
Leah is trying, but maybe she isn't that much of an assertive person. So her really, I can tell that it's a feeling of being outnumbered, which is why I'm sure he brought his little gang to move in there anyway. It's like, it's only so much I can do. Like,
right.
But yeah, I don't like nobody. Not Weenie Hut Jr. Yeah, Weenie Hut Jr. Oh Lord, let's see. All her hair is coming out because of the stress. Leah is very stressed out. Like, y'all doing my girl dirty. All the D in the world can't make up for these faces. Like, I'm tired. Hit the like button. Our struggle is real. Yes, Damien, thank you so much. Please do that. And I am going to put Nita's link to her channel in the chat right now, just in case you are new here and you would love to follow her. Please be sure and go and do that. Let's see. When he had the audacity to say she had no style, says the dude with the LL Cool J in the house windbreaker. We in the house.
y'all have to know that is a
no dickity, no doubt, baby. No dickity. Yeah, all he needs to do was roll up that little pants leg over there, and it would have been given in the house. Like, Lord. Tedros fave.
So guess what? I want to know: do you see him with dress shoes, or do he have sneakers on with them slacks?
They rarely show his full body.
I want to know.
I feel like it's like he's a shoes with no socks person. He's funky. Okay, it's atrocious. But 50 Shades of nope. But while we are busy, living our best life, our career is being snatched right from underneath us. Diane, I think her name is Diane or Diana. I'm a freak, yeah. She living her best life. We already had that choreography down. Yeah. All y'all needed to do was give Nikki a reason.
She getting up in there.
How do you
feel? Plain sight.
How do you feel about her just like taking this song and taking the video, the wardrobe, the whole nine?
I'm here for it. I mean, when opportunity knocks, baby, you better open the door and walk through it. Hello.
Let's see.
Especially if somebody else is dropping the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how I feel this, baby.
Child, she was
trying to help.
You trying to help Ike? Like, no, don't try to help me. Don't try to help me. All Nikki needed was a reason. I say they done spruced up the background dancers, and then she got a new little costume. They got ties on. It's like, yeah. And I was like, so are they just gonna re-release this song with her face and her vocals on it? Like, wow. And I'm like, you don't know anything. And I'm like, okay, well, with Diane having that connection to Tedros, I feel like this is another reason he is keeping her busy with all the sex and all the Valentino in the store and all of this right here. I was like, what is this? Don't do that. We smack ass, not faces. I feel like he's keeping her busy so she's unaware of what's really going on. And for whatever reason, management, they're worried about her. So I'm guessing they haven't taken heed of what's going on either. But yeah, the song is gone. But she just here in La La Land on this grass. Like, right. Let me look at them shoes, child.
Oh, let me look at them shoes. Loafers. I think they like loafers.
Child, ain't nothing helping none of this velour circa 86 outfit. Like the dinner party scene was the one outfit where I was like, oh, he does dress like a contemporary person sometimes. Like, what is this? Oh, I saw your let's see, I like Destiny. Who's okay, Destiny, our sassy black woman. What is this? Let's see. He slicked that lace back multiple times. Got to be glue all in her coochie. Hold on.
Oh my God.
You're the baby lean all the way back in this chair. Because that lace be glued down to the gods. Like,
that's got to be.
It is like that. I'm so into his cringiness now because at first that lace wig was really distracting to me, but now I'm just like, I'm looking at everything else he's doing.
Yeah, we're kind of all in there. And thank God they have clothes on at the piano. Thank you.
Now, how are you feeling about these two? We're really a little I don't know her name. I'm gonna call her Penny. She like her name Penny. She looked like her name Penny, and she's giving, I don't know, she just looks so childlike. Every time they show her, it reminds me of a Lolita. I'm just not, I want to know how old she is. But yeah, they are really trying hard, especially this one over here. Everybody's, so talented to get her to open up about her mother and how she feels about it and let out her emotions. Why do you feel like they're trying to do that? Because I have my reason.
Definitely. Their job is to get all kinds of information that they can get in order to use it against her or use it towards their master plan. So any kind of information you give these people, they are going to use it to manipulate, to get the upper hand, to do the things that they need to do.
Christine said that I'm telling us what I said in the beginning of the video. Lily stays showing her tatas, yet Abel ain't letting us see none of his cakes. No, I feel like he wants to be really discreet about his body, and it's just like, yeah, I only want to be. I feel like he's one of those. Yeah, if we're in the sex scene, only shoot me, from the neck up. Like, no, but you want to be all like. Look, in the little thumbnail and everything for this video, I put in there Lily Rose Depp, blink twice if you need help, girl.
Yes,
it's I'm trying to get into my head like this is what she chose to do and she picked this role, but this is I'm not familiar with. I see she had, some projects under her belt, but I'm not familiar with her outside of this. This is my first time meeting her, and I'm really not liking that this is my first time meeting her, and I just be looking at her and seeing her father.
It does put a little sour taste in my mouth.
I just, it's giving a whole lot of exploitation, even just outside of the subject matter. Like, we could just have that. We have to continue to see her naked all the time. Like, it's a bit much. Like, stop, put some clothes on. All of these things were absolutely not required. But yeah, we are just fishing and, open up, tell me how it made you feel. I'm like, girl, no, they're gonna try to use it against you. They're trying to break you down, get into your mind. Like, this was really especially getting towards these parts of the episodes, this is when it really started to feel cultish. I was like,
right.
The cultish is really coming outside, because you I can't remember his name in the show, but you have Moses something here, our black guy, and we have her, and then all of a sudden this episode you see two new people, and I was like, is more of them? But before we get into them, this whole situation here, he is once again trying to get everybody into his little web of lies and deceit. And hey, and what would you do if you had creative control? How did you feel about his idea for her album cover?
Yikes. Not the picture with the confetti on the face. No. Absolutely not. And the fact that it was his idea, now, I thought it probably would have been Tedros' idea, but it was his idea. I was like, oh, I said, ain't nobody got her back.
Well, I hated this. I just hate how easily he's able to, hey, like, oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, you want to do some coke? I was like, what? It's like he's just so enticing and nobody can tell him no, and like, oh, he's just such a likable guy. Like, why wouldn't I want him to be here? Why wouldn't I want to talk to him? Like, you don't have to talk to him. He's not controlling anything. Right. He does not sign your check. He does not, even if you wanted to do that, he does not get to make that decision for you for her album cover. Right. Like, I'm not seeing the draw. I love this comment. Zendaya would never, ever also wouldn't be naked in Euphoria. She was never naked in Euphoria. She did what she needed to do. They saved all the nudity for Sweeney. What's her name? What's her name in the show?
Darn.
The little blonde one that's always crying. She's always crying. Like, the one who's always crying, they saved all the nudity for her. Like, she was constantly naked with her chest out, and we get into that. I feel like we
Cassie.
Oh Lord, crying Cassie. Oh, I couldn't. We ain't even gonna get there because she was working my nerves. But yeah, he thinks that the idea is brilliant, and I'm like, I had said it before we even got to the table. I'm like, we know who her demographic and her audience is. Like, nobody's gonna, like, why would you want to peddle that to 13 and younger? Yeah, but it's like, but they've seen it already. But yeah, we just get all in our feelings, and it's just, they don't have enough build up with these relationships with these characters, because it seems like from this point on, this is the first time we've seen them talk. He's like into his little web with everybody else, outside of Leah. He's, on board all of a sudden. I was like, that was quick. that was very quick. I just felt like we needed a little bit more. It was just all of a sudden like, oh, he told me what I needed to hear. Somebody wants to listen to me and hear my ideas, and now I'm just for whatever Tedros has going on. Whatever, I guess. Look how happy he was. I was like,
real fast. I'm like,
it was really fast. There's no build up here. Oh, the lace front. There's no. I
need you to pluck it a little bit.
They didn't even try to pluck it. They do nothing to it. Oh, I was like, why couldn't he? Because the Weeknd has hair, right? I guess maybe that's not what they were thinking. I guess for his character.
I thought he had like the locks.
Yeah, he cut that off like a long time ago. I think he has like a big.
Y'all don't keep up with that man.
Yeah, I think he has a big afro now.
Oh, okay.
We have this one. She is in pure lust, and we need to learn what is Moses' name on the show, Anita? Because I'm just calling him Moses Snubney, because that's when I go listen to his music. That's what I see.
Look, I almost thought his name was Moses because he kept playing. I thought his name was Moses in the show.
Oh, Lord.
His name is Isaac.
Okay, yeah, Isaac. If you were getting into his vocals in this episode, his music is all that and then some. Bump the show. Go check out Moses' music, please, because I love it. Mm-hmm. I'm just... I didn't know how to feel or what they were trying to do when he was like, you should come sing a song with me. I was like, what you gonna do with it? Like for For what? I felt I felt like it was really strategic, him trying to get her to come sing with him. I just felt like I felt iffy about it. Like, was you gonna try to use it for something else? Like I don't know. Did you feel like he was genuine when he said, come on over and sing this song with me?
Because we don't know them very well. So that definitely could be. But I thought that they really was just trying to get her 3 songs. So I thought they were trying to be creative and stuff like that. But child, yeah, absolutely. They would take whatever she gives and take it and run with it and keep it moving.
Because you see, they're all everybody's talented. Like this one back here with the tattoos. Like, when did you move in?
Right.
When did you move here? But he's singing and it's like they're recording. I'm like, yo, you guys are just letting them do whatever the hell. They all in here on your dime, on your time, on your like. Oh, I hate it. Like, I hate for somebody to like, we're out there. Welcome. They're living there. They are really living there. And she is just so entranced. And, oh, I just find you so attractive. I love your voice. And, oh, that was beautiful. I think I just fell in love. Meanwhile, she is not paying attention to the fact that every single person in this room said, oh, Tedros, we're not allowed to say no. He doesn't allow us to do that.
Right.
She keeps being blindsided to the control that he has over everybody. Like, girl, this is not safe. She's too busy smoking them damn Slim Jims, the damn cigarettes, them Virginia Slims. I'm sick of it.
And they out here raising red flags. Like, and she think they at the airport, girl. No.
She just glossed over, like, oh, what do you mean? Like, he doesn't allow, like, he would kill, and they repeatedly keep saying he would kill me. Oh, he would kill me if I did that. Like, I don't feel like these are idle things that they are saying. Like, oh, he would be really upset if I said no. Like, no, he would physically hurt me if he heard me say no, or if he saw me do this. Like, and she's just not. She's so unaware and so naive. It is really scary.
Very scary.
But as well as the child, I hated how I was like, y'all have hour-long episodes. If we took away from some of the cooch eating and all of those scenes, maybe we could find room to care about Leah and Isaac's relationship, because here she's, practicing a little control herself. Like, oh, you're not able to say no. Okay, well, kiss this person. It's like, oh, you would do that in front of Leah? Like, what the hell? Were they an item still? I thought they just got it in that one time. Like, maybe y'all should, put that in there, so even outside of what's going on, we'll get an idea of why Leah is maybe also sticking around. Like, well, I do care about him. If he's like this and he's this close to Tedros, maybe he's not all that bad, or something. Like, we only saw them together that one time, so don't try to sprinkle their little relationship on the episode like we're supposed to give a damn. Right. Anyway, yeah, this girl here, she's new. Once we got to the dinner scene, this is my favorite scene so far in all of the episodes that we have gotten. I was like, really? The Weeknd, Abel, Tedros? As soon as we got away from him trying to go out of his way to be creepy, getting in people's faces, constantly trying to be sexy, constantly trying to have sex, his little acting capabilities started to push through. How did you feel, before we just even break down the scene, how did you feel about the Weeknd's acting? Because I felt like all of a sudden it got better.
Yeah, definitely. The conversation called for it, and so he pushed through, just like you said.
Who is running Tedros Club while he's being freeloading predator? I guess, though, I'm really curious to see just how big this cult is and how many people he may have under his thumb. Like, and who's to say that was actually his club? Like, I don't know, because for what, the only information we got is that he owes whoever, he owes people money. Like, and that could mean, a little bit of anything. But of course that means he doesn't have any. I don't know.
Who knows? Some of them people could have been the people that was at Valentino.
Yeah. How he moving, I don't know. Like, once we get into that next episode, like, you lied to me from the beginning. Like, oh, really? If you would have found out, at least figured out his last name and where he was from before you laid down, we wouldn't have this problem.
Oh my god.
Oh, let's see. I hate the Weeknd's acting, honestly. Yeah.
You are not alone in that Black Twitter. Not Black Twitter. Everybody on Twitter.
I think we all do. But I was like, this is getting better. Like, maybe if we got away from him trying to be sexy,
right,
and constantly the more we see him, like often we only see him when they are engaging in sex. We don't. This is the first time I think we've seen him just really talk. Like, once again, we got this little naked dress on for why, I don't know. Because I was like, girl, but she like legitimately feels like she's found her people. And we said out of our mouth doing this toast, I don't really know any of you. I don't really know anything. I don't know everything about everyone, but I'm just so happy that you guys are here. She is so lonely. Like,
yeah, it's sad. It's sad. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of some of the controversial things that we be talking that people are talking about. AT, Mr. Tate, how they are able to get these people, and if it looks like to the actual regular person that it could be their own free will, but it's not. It's not. It is predatory.
Child,
they look for the right person. Mm-hmm. They know exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, and from which I never really even thought about it until you said that. From the connection that he has with Diane and her already being a background dancer, he was checking in on her and for her like how long, as long as she's been there. And I'm thinking that she's been there for quite some time because she thought she had found kind of like they had a little friendship.
Right.
But they've been plotting on her from the outside for a minute. Because how long does it take to infiltrate to be that close to be her background dancer? Like, this is all like a plan, and I can't wait to see how it unfolds in the end.
Yeah.
But we really get into, well, let's not even skip over, the album cover idea, which I was rooting. I was like, yes, Jocelyn, you better tell. Like, I ain't new here. I have been in the business for 10 years. I hate the way that she contradicts herself, but it just really shows that where her mind is, because in one breath she'll say, oh, I think it's great, like I don't care, and it's like, well, no, actually that album cover like low-key hurts my feelings, and I really don't want anybody to still harbor on it or see or look at it any longer. I want to be taken serious as an artist. And all the while we are trying to continue to break her down and get her to be vulnerable, because if you have to, you have to go through something and expose your worst and deepest, darkest thoughts and all of this trauma to make your best music, and everything you ever wrote or did before that is probably trash. It's like, no, I've been doing this for a minute. Like, you're new here. She doesn't even go here.
You new to this. I'm true to this.
So I like that. And then she walked it back. Like, I was like, man, she is about to just ultimately lose herself.
Yeah.
When he got into just fishing and broke her down to where she had no choice. She felt like she had no choice but to talk about her mom. He's like trying to create that vibe of, oh no, this is a safe space. You can talk to us. We're family. I'm like, oh. But what I did love about this moment when she was talking about her mother, look at his face like,
Tell me more.
When she was talking about her mother, we get into trauma, because I assumed that, she was missing her mother because maybe she was the one person who genuinely cared about her and took care of her. No, her mother was abusive with a hairbrush. And I knew that hairbrush was going to come back, because if you go back to episode 1, she is intensely like about to brush out all of her locks with that brush. But yeah, how did you feel about us finding out that her mother is not some ally? She's, a stage mom.
Yeah. I pretty much kind of had that figured out. Like, I don't know why, but I always feel like people who are very young who get into a position like that, they always have people pushing them like that. So yeah. I was not I know Earth Angel is funny. I wasn't taken by surprise from that revelation.
Not you trying to plug The Weeknd. Didn't they play that whole song at the end? Like, they was going, I was like, oh, yes, is this The Weeknd's new song? They were sure to play that.
Yeah. It feels like he does the whole soundtrack, right?
Yeah. Are we going to have The Weeknd singing every week? That's going to get Jamal Lyon old real quick. Yeah, every single episode we try to factor in one of his songs from what I can see, but he is the executor. He's the handler on the show. He said, I want my music here. It's here. But yeah, I really wasn't expecting her mom to be I thought it was going to be like more of like stage mom, like she was too on me, or hey, I would do something. She would like take the hairbrush and go, every black kid that got hit in the top of the head with a hairbrush getting hair done, I thought it was gonna be like, growing up or before a show, she would, get it together, get into it. Was like, no, she was like beating me and breaking the skin with the hairbrush.
Wow.
I was like, oh, so she's never had anybody. That's what you're saying. Mm-hmm. She's never been protected. She's never been safe, and she low-key, if that was your upbringing, we are equating pain and mistreatment to somebody loving us. So that would explain why we are connecting so heavily with somebody like Tedros.
Yes.
Oh, where did you think this scene was gonna go? Because first of all, I love when he the Weeknd, he was playing that room like he was trying to play them against each other. It's like, so what you're saying is all of you knew exactly what was going on with her mother, and none of you did anything because you were being paid. So I was really trying to see how this was going to play out, because of course we know he is fishing for all this information, and now that he's finally got her trauma, I'm going to use it to tear you down even more. I'm going to use it against you. But as he just stated in both of their faces, you hear her friends, her whatever, all of you, and including the people who not here, you knew what was going on and you didn't do anything. You guys know what's going on right now, and you're not doing anything. No, nobody did anything. By the time she broke down and she got to crying, and he said, Isaac, I was like, first of all, Leah, I ain't gotta leave a motherfucker. Don't touch me. Like, Isaac, take Leah. Like, I was like, okay, we are about to get into some trash, because why are you asking him to put Leah to bed?
Exactly.
I was like, I didn't expect them, but I was like, so quickly, her creative director, her low-key, her friend, supposedly, you're just gonna sit here and let this happen? Because he didn't have no problem, like, oh, he can stay because I know that we're here. He's not gonna do anything about what's gonna happen. But Leah, her ass needs to go. She always somewhere with that face. I don't need her in this room giving us this face. Where did you think the scene was gonna go from here?
I mean, I feel like it went exactly not where it went, but how it went. If that makes sense. Not where it went, but how it went. So I knew that it was going to be like we were actually going to act this out, and I felt like it was going to be an audience, because she let it be known that they knew about it. And so what better way for him to sink his claws, and even I think he just kind of like took it up to the highest. Like, I mean, if her mother was on 10, he took it to 1,000. Like, that was crazy. And I guess the impact would be that much more impactful. So yikes.
Like, well, what in your right mind? She's not in hers.
Right.
Would have you believe that? Because of course he said, so you feel like you're equating your performance, you being stuck, not being able to write, and all these things with your mother no longer being here. Because I was like, dang, so her mother did that all the way up until she died.
I guess.
Yeah, because it was like, oh, when is the last time? It was like she did it up until that cancer could kick in. Yeah, and she couldn't lift a brush anymore. I was like, what? So she really feels, that void, that if that's not there, then who am I? I can't perform. I'm not going to be on my A game as far as writing anything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
Yeah, she's been conditioned. That's what that is.
It's so sick. Yeah. I'm with this comment down here. I've said this multiple times watching the show. Where is her father? Where's a cousin? Like, there's nobody?
I don't know, child. He probably underneath a bridge somewhere, child.
I'm thinking with what the manager said. I think that was episode 2 when he said, I remember I discovered you. You were just singing in a mall. She has been in the industry since she was a child, so she is conditioned. This is all she knows. So maybe all she knows are the people who are around her.
Yeah.
So I knew what was going to happen. I was like, if she allows him to do this, she's gone.
Baby, I had no idea. I thought we was gonna get a little tap, tap, pat, pat. No, I did not think we were going where we went.
No, I knew we were going because even when we met her in that first episode and, that asphyxiation, the sex, her choking herself and all that, it was just intensified every time. It was like, no, she can't just have regular old sex. I need this to be here. Like, so if I am accustomed to, because I'm sure I just feel like they're already rough and doing all this extra stuff anyway, it needs to be intensified. Like, oh, you are just gonna, I hated it because it reminded me of that first episode when he's like, now you can sing. Like, quit whispering into my TV. The Weeknd, Abel, I don't need you to whisper in my TV. Like, it's so cringy and so laughable. He breaks the scene because this scene was very intense. Once because it was very, first of all, everything is freaking stylized and these shots go on forever. I'm like, oh my God, Sam, we get it. It's a beautiful shot. Oh, look, he's standing here in the nice suit and this nice car and this is the white. I'm like, I see it. Oh, yay. I saw it. Can we get into something? This was going on forever. But we got all of this lighting on everybody's face. It looked like a cult. I was like, oh my God, what are they? I was like, about this. They about to have a seance. I didn't know what was going to happen. It got really dark and it was giving me some Charles Manson vibes. I was like, what is about to happen?
Yeah.
But it was like her allowing, being this vulnerable and allowing him to do, they could have did this off alone somewhere. It's just like, no, we're going to do this here in front of everybody. And it felt like it was an initiation. Like he broke us all down like this.
Yes.
I was like, oh my gosh, I'm uncomfortable.
Yes. I like blank twice.
I was very like, everybody just looked like, oh, this is, the rough part. He's going to find that knee deep, worst traumatic part of your life. And he's going to play on it, use it against you and make you, act out something like this. It felt like an initiation process. And from what I could see, I'm like, oh, girl, you in the cult now.
Right.
You are in the cult now. I thought she was in it when I think that was the second episode when she was, they were playing the piano and she came out. I was like, she's like, really? I'm like, no, she's really in. This felt really official. This felt really official. I was so mad when she got up and she was in this dress. I was like, so y'all just really ain't gonna take no bath? But once we got, the scene of them in the thing, I was like, oh, finally.
Thank you, Jesus.
But this here, when he was like, oh, it's gonna hurt. I'm like, what? I didn't expect him to hit her that hard. I expected him to hit her. I thought it was going to be like once. I was like, how long did this go on?
Right.
And it was like some really sadistic stuff that she would even believe that she would need this to perform. Like, what? I'm really curious to know that if this is gonna oh my God, why did I take that?
We had to drive it home, baby. We had to drive it home.
I was like, oh my gosh.
You need the full effect of that.
Let's just pause here on the red because we can't just take a regular bath. We gotta have the chest out. I will be in the do-rag on because we wouldn't want to get that perm wet. You know what I'm saying? I want to know, like, is this gonna be something like, oh, this really made her a better performer? Like, oh, she's making the best music she ever met in her life. Oh, is this actually gonna do anything for her? Or like, what is he doing? What is he planning to do with her? Like,
right.
Because I'm like, all of these people, oh, he opened my mind. He helped me. He taught me this. Clearly nobody is successful here except for you. So clearly he didn't do too damn much.
Right.
For y'all to be following him and listening to him. And I think when they were in the meeting It's like, oh, he's just so creative to be, self-taught, and he knows all. Like, yeah, I want to bring a choir in, and I think, well, shut up. Shut all the way up. Tell me what you want to do in the background. And like, nobody here is on a certain level of anything, not the caliber that she is as a performer. Nobody's gotten on. So what exactly is he going to do with this person who is already a name? Like, I'm just really curious to see how this is going to unfold and what's going to happen to her, because this was very sick, and I hated to see her go through this. We we got to see some of his body, Tedros is covered in tattoos.
His shoulders. If that's body, it ain't body to me.
We had one clip, and I just threw it away. We had one clip of him like walking around in a towel, and you could kind of see like, oh, he's completely covered in tattoos in his back. So we got a little something. He ain't gonna let nobody see that ass though. We ain't gonna see that. We ain't gonna see that front. That's reserved for her.
Right.
And all she can say here in the end is, thank you for taking care of me. Do you feel like she was taken care of?
Yeah, it feels like that.
That water probably looked like chicken broth, child. They ain't had no bath, so that bath was a long time coming. She ain't had a real bath since she left that club, so I don't know.
Oh my God, that comment took me out.
Let's see. It was like an initiation. Absolutely. It just felt like, all of us have went through this process, especially when we got to, her name is Penny. I don't care what any of y'all say. Y'all know I like to give people names in these shows. Lil Mama, who want to be Liberace so bad, all this talent. Penny was looking like, like, I remember when that was me. And I love the way it was the shot of them in that chicken broth. They fade from Penny's face into hers. All they faces like transition, like it was one and the same. Like, Penny has went through that. It may, of course, it could have been, something different for her, but clearly it's something different for everybody. Yeah, I know the feeling. And then we get into somebody like Isaac, him, shocking him for his little stroke game, like all of that stuff. Like, this is just really sick, and I'm not looking forward to it, because I feel like it's going to be something crazy, but I want to know what they're going to do with her, or what the plan is, because the one thing we don't know is what the plan is.
Right.
But how do you feel going into the next episode? Like,
this episode was actually the shortest episode. The other episodes was like 55 minutes. This was 46 minutes. And so we already highlighted that most of the scenes were drawn out way too long. It was too much box eating, facing the place. If you take all of that away, what do you have?
Yeah.
That's the question.
Yeah, this definitely is a show that they could have at least, at best, they needed 8 episodes at best, with how much time we linger on the undesirables. That's what I'm
right.
Let's see. Better performer at what cost, though? When that other girl get on with the music, he gonna put Jocelyn on a shelf like a doll when he gets tired of her.
Yes.
Wow. I just feel really sorry for her, and just for her to even fall into this kind of position. She was broken before he got there. She had problems and was not her best self before he got there. Of course we met her with the mental the hospital bracelet on. Like, she is really going through it, and I'm like, once again, as they stated, like, all of you see what's going on. And I think that's the idea of the episode. That's the ending tied in with the beginning, which is what I like with the writing, when we're not focusing on the sexual stuff. Like, all of you, like we said, with the managers, I expected them to do more. We're expecting these people to care about her a little bit more than they do, and do more when everybody knows, in fact, what's going on, and nobody's doing anything about it. Right. And the one person who's trying, child, she's stressing and her hair's falling out because it's just too much. It is just absolutely too much. But I'm looking forward to the next episode. How did you feel about that new trailer?
I mean, it's like a train wreck. You just can't take your eyes off. You know what I'm saying? For good or bad. We just gotta see how it go.
that trailer looks good.
It does. And like I said, I'm right with Destiny.
That's like, we could kill his ass. We could do that. We
Right.
always do that. We could always do that. But I'm like, it looks like Jocelyn is kind of waking up to maybe him not being Mr. Perfect and Mr. Good Time. And like I'm assuming that she's talking to him when she says you lied to me. It looks like she's slapping him. Mm-hmm. I'm like, well, dang, if she figure out who he is, then I'm interested.
I'm interested too. Like, I mean, look, y'all did it. It took 3 episodes, but we here now.
And they could do more if we stop focusing so much on the sexual stuff.
Right.
I just really feel like this show is a missed opportunity because they do have a collection of like some interesting things, but we focus so much on stuff and linger in, the titties. We linger on the titties for too long, it's too long, and I would much rather be somewhere else, like doing like I would have loved to see, what Isaac was saying to Leah, like, or has Leah tried to, fish, or like Leah fishing for a little bit more information, or just to see. I would love for somebody to talk to one of the cult members, like completely away from Tedros. Like, give us, something. Flesh these people out. Sell the whole fantasy. But let's see, love bombing phase. Yeah, this is child. I don't know what that was. If that's love bombing, I don't want to.
Yeah, no, that's the switch, baby.
Oh, that looked terrible. Like, let's see, sex sales.
This is true.
I would have gladly watched this show without that. There's sex. And like, oh my God, they always getting it in on the show. Like, and then there's this. Like, there's a way you can insinuate the sex. You can have them go into a room. You can get all the way up into them taking off their clothes and cut away. Like, it doesn't have to always be full throttle. We don't have to see this. We ain't have to do that.
No, I think I don't have a problem with the sex. I have a problem with the violence that is enacted with the whole
I am not anti-sex. I am not at all anti-sex. If you watch my channel, Love, you know damn well I ain't anti-sex. I am anti-exploitation, and that's what I feel like is going on here. And I'm anti-bad writing and bad shows. I feel like without those things, even with the Weeknd's acting, the show is suffering with how people feel about it just based on those things. When from the looks of it, there's a bottom here. There's something here, but whatever. I ain't anti-sex.
Yeah. But the whole thing is that you can't turn off your audience because that is what's going to get it renewed. You know what I'm saying? With how, they're turning off the people who are talking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the people who are watching, the people who are talking, they are turning them off. So, you really don't want to. I wonder what the ratings are looking like. That's my.
Are we not going to talk about Tedros being triggered when Shawty called him low-key gay?
Yeah. There was a little trigger.
I wasn't surprised by that because with the way he is set up, it seems like he uses sex to control people. So I wouldn't be above him trying to caress Isaac to, pull Isaac into the fold, or everybody else who's into the fold. I feel like he could go either way. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was, these are all my, I don't know. It could have been a whole, it could be a whole situation. But him acting like that, I don't think it was. I think she was just trying to get a rise out of him in that store, just to.
They playing off each other.
She's enjoying herself. She likes Tedros.
God knows why. I don't know.
I honestly don't understand, but we go. Let's see if she likes him after the next episode, and we can see what's going on. I'm hoping that they flip it and we get into half of this writing of the show, and we get into like her career being kind of like ripped from under her and everybody lying to her, and then she has to kind of find her way back herself. I'm hoping, let's give her something. We gonna give her nothing.
Right.
We're not gonna give her anything.
I don't think it's gonna happen that early though. I don't think it's gonna happen that early.
Child, we might not get no more seasons. Like
that's what I'm about to say. If they leave it like a cliffhanger, baby, we just gonna be sitting here looking crazy.
I'm over it. But you guys, if you have any other questions, please put them here in the chat. I am going to give Nita the screen. I am going to put her link in the chat, and she is going to tell you where to come and find her and subscribe to her and all that good stuff. Here you go.
All right, y'all. I am actually getting ready to the Sex and the City spinoff is getting ready to come on, and just like that. So I'm working on a recap of season 1 to get us all caught up for season 2, which will air tomorrow. And I'll probably get my review up for season 2 on Friday. I'm going to shoot for Friday, but don't hold me to it, but I do plan on doing it. Yeah, so I'm doing a lot of reality TV talk. If anybody watches Real Housewives of Atlanta, Love and Marriage Huntsville, Bell Collective, those type of things, I have a show that comes on Thursdays at 7:30 EST, and we talk about those shows and break them down. I'm going to be doing Hot Topics on Friday, and so we'll be talking about the whole Russell Simmons, Kimora Lee Simmons, that whole debacle. I did reviews. I broke it down. You can get a thorough review on my channel. I did the Kimora Lee, exposed Russell Simmons, also to Monique Samuels and Chris Samuels filed for divorce. The writing was on the wall. So yeah, y'all, I got a whole lot of stuff. I got movie reviews. I have shorts. I have all kinds of things that you can kind of take a look at on the channel. And I hope you subscribe and like me. You know what I'm saying? So
like her, love her.
Yes.
You ever see that little TikTok? Be like, pick me, choose me, love me,
call me.
Oh, well, you guys already know what it is with my channel. I am trying my damnedest to pump out more content and go live more often. I just went live yesterday with Latino Slant. Oh, not the $5 Cash App. Monique Johnson. Thank you so much. It says, enjoy the live with Nita. Great recap. Thank you, Monique Johnson. I greatly appreciate it, because you know on Cash App, they cool, because YouTube stay trying to take their little 50 cents out of whatever you get. So thank you so much for sending that to my Cash App. I appreciate it. But I went live yesterday to talk Apocalypto. I also premiered my review for Apocalypto. I also did a review for Lyft, and I've also done a review for I Am Sam. Coming further in the week, I will be going live Saturday to discuss Run the World with D Movie Man, and I will be also releasing my video for Major Payne. That night following, I will be doing a review of Major Payne, and Monday I will be reviewing Baby Boy, so be on the lookout for that. Baby Boy is coming up on the channel. And
are you gonna premiere it?
Oh, I'm absolutely going to premiere it, and it's gonna be a hot mess.
Yes. I'm here for it.
It's gonna be a hot mess. It's going to, of course, with that one, I had to do a skit in the beginning. It's gonna be a funny hot mess, but it's gonna be a hot mess. And hopefully that will also be the second installment of my after party live show, like I did with Apocalypto yesterday. I will be going live with a guest, a content creator that you may not know, discussing the movie with them and introducing you to them, as well as letting them tell you more about their channel, and us just getting into how we feel about Baby Boy right about now today. So that should be, really, really interesting. So look out for those things. I know YouTube does not always notify you guys. Like don't piss me off. Let me not get mad. Just be on the lookout and keep your eyes on my community tab and all of those good things for the end of this week and Monday. I really want y'all to show up and show out for Baby Boy, because I'm going to show up and show out in the freaking video.
Yes, I know. There's so much there. Yes. I can't wait.
Right? I'm going to read a couple of these comments and we are going to get out of here. Thank you, Tamika's Den. Thank you for being here also. It says, great job, ladies. Thank you so much. Let's see. I do not care for Sex in the City or reality TV shows. Just come over and support Dane, And I'm sure with all of the eclectic things that Nita does, if you do not agree or like both of those things, there are, a plethora of other things there that you would probably love. Go subscribe, Dan. Keep on playing, Dane. All right. Let's see, Monique 69 Ways Johnson. Great recap, ladies, on this train wreck of a show. We be trying. They'll give us a lot to work with. All they do is give us titties every single episode. Done, Nita. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for subscribing. See, ladies, make them bounce for excuse.
You better get these laughs, these hearty laughs.
Child, I ain't seen no super chat, Damien. Like, what? I look like Jocelyn? I need to get paid. What you talking about? I don't just be exposing myself for free. We don't check titties for free. Thank you so much, Damien. Thank you so much. So funny. Let's see. Have you seen The Blackening? Are you doing a review? I have not.
Yes, I am tonight.
You are? See, go over to the channel. Go over to Nita's channel. She will be discussing Blackening. I still have not had a moment to see it. I'm going to try to see it before this week is out and talk about it. But I have yet to do so. Let's see. Yay, Baby Boy. I requested that. Thanks, Tyra. Yes, Christine requested Baby Boy, and I am going to show out for that for her. And I hope you love it, Christine. Y'all know I'll be trying to leave y'all some satisfied customers. Let's see. Thank you so much for appreciating it. Let's see. Good night, everyone in the chat and in the group. Yeah, thank you guys so much. Yvette. I hate you, Tyrese. All right. We are going to get out of here. I hope to see you guys here, next time. Tell a friend to tell a friend that Nita and Tyra discuss the disgusting that is The Idol every Wednesday. Well, we got like 2 more Wednesdays. It's only 6 episodes. At 6:30, we will be here at the same time. Thank you guys so much. Be sure to leave a comment at the bottom. And do not forget to go subscribe to Nita's channel. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys next time. Mm-hmm.